We use one word, sin, but God does not. Have you ever stopped to wonder why? The Creator could have used one word for every human failure. Instead, He painted pictures: an archer, a tree, a traveler, a throne. Why would God choose pictures instead of simple definitions? Because pictures help us see what definitions never could. The first picture is an archer. In Judges 20, Scripture describes expert soldiers who could hit a single hair without missing. The Hebrew word is kata. Later, God uses that same word to describe sin. Why? Because sin isn't merely breaking a rule. It's missing the purpose for which we were created. Think about an arrow. It can be beautifully crafted, perfectly balanced, wonderfully designed, but if it never reaches the target, it has failed to accomplish its purpose. That's God's picture of sin. Not rebellion, not evil, simply missing what He designed us to become. The second picture is a tree. The Hebrew word is avon. It means bent, twisted, crooked. Imagine an olive tree growing for decades beneath relentless winds. Year after year, its entire pattern of growth changes. It still lives, it still grows, but it no longer grows the way the Creator intended for it to grow. That's what sin does. It doesn't merely change our actions, it slowly changes us. Our thinking, our desires, our habits, until what once felt wrong begins feeling normal. Now the picture changes. A traveler stands before a covenant boundary. The Hebrew word is pashah. This isn't accidentally getting lost. This isn't stumbling. This is knowing exactly where the boundary is and stepping across it anyway. Why would God choose this picture? Because this kind of sin is not about weakness. It's about relationship. It's breaking trust. It's walking away from the King. Not because you couldn't stay, but because you chose not to. Now notice how different the next picture is. The New Testament uses the Greek word paraptoma. Picture a traveler climbing a steep mountain trail. Loose stones shift beneath his feet. He slips, he falls, not because he planned to, not because he wanted to. He simply lost his footing. I love this picture because God knows the difference between someone who stumbled and someone who deliberately walks away. That's why Paul tells us to restore those who have fallen. Grace reaches down before condemnation ever pushes away. Now comes another picture. A traveler reaches a fork in the road. One road looks beautiful, but it's a lie. The Greek word is plane. It means to wonder because you've been deceived. Notice, every sin begins before the action. It begins with believing something false. That's exactly what happened in Eden. Eve didn't eat the fruit first. She believed the serpent first. The lie always comes before the choice. Finally, God paints one last picture, a throne, empty. The Greek word is anomia, lawlessness. This isn't simply breaking God's law. It's living as though no law applies to me. Every sin eventually asks the same question. Who gets to decide? Who sits on the throne? God or me? At its deepest level, every sin becomes a throne issue. Now, let's step back. Look at the masterpiece. An archer, a bent tree, a traveler crossing a covenant, a traveler who stumbled, a traveler who believed a lie, an empty throne, and all of them at first seem unrelated. But every one of them reveals another wound in the human heart. That's why God used different words. One picture could never tell the whole story. And that's why I love Jesus. He never looked at people and simply said, "Sinner." He looked deeper. He saw purpose beneath failure. He saw the original pattern beneath distortion. He saw relationship beneath rebellion. He saw hope beneath the fall. He saw truth beneath deception. He saw his Father's image beneath everything that sin had done. That's why Jesus never merely forgives. He restores. The one who painted these pictures also became the cure, because the architect never stopped seeing the original blueprint.